Good evening, everyone, and welcome to my Periscope tonight. Thank you to all of my live viewers. Thank you to my replay viewers. And thank you to the new viewers who are joining me tonight for the first time. Thank you, Taisha. Welcome for joining. Thank you, everyone, for always showing your support night after night here on Periscope. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Dianese, and I am dedicated and committed to supporting individuals and couples through the growth and empowerment of their sexuality and their self-expression through that to create the life that they want. So tonight's topic is emotions. And the reason why I chose this topic is because I am emotional tonight. And I want to share that with you all. I want to share what's coming up for me, because I know if it's coming up for me, it might be coming up for some of you. And there is so much that happens between love and relationships and sex and our own sexuality and our own feelings, that there come these points in our time in our life where we're really sensitive. We're really sensing our own emotions. We can connect to what's really present for us. And also, I want to talk about how sometimes we don't choose to do that. We choose to suppress those feelings, ignore them, and really let that build up within us. So, to share tonight, feel free if you have questions, if you have comments, if you have anecdotes that you want to share with us all, you are all welcome to do that. Also, you're welcome to invite people to join us, right? We want as many people on these Periscopes as possible. And also, if you're new, let me know that you're new and I can give you a special welcome. So thank you, everyone, for joining. So what's coming up for me, when I picked this topic of emotions, there's such a spectrum of feelings and emotions, and every emotion has a vibration, right? So we are, beings of love and light, and we vibrate, and our feelings are connected to those frequencies of vibration for us. And when I think of, love, that's one of the highest vibrations, right? Love, gratitude, those are really high vibrating emotions. And sadness, anger, those are much lower vibrating. Sorry, my nose is itching. Those are lower vibrating emotions. So when I'm looking at my own emotions, I'm like, okay, how are my emotions impacting me? Am I vibrating at a high frequency or at a low frequency? And what are the thoughts also associated with those emotions? Right? So I will share that tonight I kind of ended things with someone I was dating, and I thought it was going to be very transactional and that no emotions would be involved. And it was actually the complete opposite. All of these emotions emerged from within me, and I started to feel things that I didn't even realize were there, right? I felt sadness and a sense of loss, and I really had to sit with myself through those emotions and ask myself, where is this coming from? Why am I feeling these feelings? Where are these feelings guiding me to? Like, what do I need for my self-care and my own healing? Right? And so often those are the questions that we don't want to ask ourselves. We don't want to feel into the sadness and explore what that's about. Right? Like for me, this whole process today was about closure, right? And here I am at the end of closure, and all of this surfaces, right? And why did all of this surface, right? We have to have a sense of curiosity for our emotions, a sense of curiosity for our feelings and our thoughts, and really, go there with it, right? But don't let it consume us, right? I let the emotions pass through me, and then I was like, I'm okay. I'm going to be okay, right? Loving is a gift. The power of love, it's a true gift for all of us, right? Yet we take it for granted. Sadness is a very deep emotion as well, and many of us don't ever want to feel it, right? Many of us, if we do feel it, we ignore it, and then it transforms into this bigger emotion, right? And for me, I feel like today that was something that came to light for me, that a few weeks ago when things kind of ended, I just kept moving and didn't really process, and just let things go to the side. And today, really confronting the closure of it was when I let it all come up. And I know that some of us do that. I know that some of you watching this right now are doing that. You're avoiding your feelings, you're avoiding your emotions, you're shutting down when things come up, either on your own or in relationships. And I really want us all to support each other in standing strong and standing bravely in front of our emotions, right? To really be bold and see what that's about. Feel into them. Let them pass through you, and then really grow from that moment, right? I know for myself that I needed that. I needed to let that go and move forward. I needed that closure, right? And how many of us maybe need closure from someone or from something, right? It doesn't even have to be related to love. Maybe it's an experience you had years ago that you need closure from. Maybe you need closure from a job or, a dream of yours that you are no longer in alignment with. Whatever it is in your life that needs closure, that needs you to feel into your emotions, take time and really feel into it, right? Our body, our sexuality is so intrinsically connected to our heart. And if we're not connected to our heart, if we're not honoring and experiencing those things fully, we're closed. We're closing ourselves down. We're shutting down. We're guarded, right? We live in a world of guards. We're all guarded on so many different layers. And I challenge us all tonight to strip those layers down. Let your guard down. Let your emotions arise. And really explore what that is about. And what are you making it mean? Open up to be able to move to the next level. Yes, Melbull. Thank you for sharing that. Yes. In a breakdown is a breakthrough, right? You have to sometimes have a breakdown. Mark from Tampa. Thank you, Mark. Welcome. Yeah, you sometimes have to have a breakdown to have a breakthrough, right? And feel into whatever it is that you're experiencing. I've enjoyed your scopes. Oh, thank you, Mark. I love having you on. Thank you for joining me and being here and honoring me with your time. I really do appreciate it. So Mark, and anyone else watching, I'd love to hear your thoughts on closure and feelings and emotions, any challenges that you've had, You know, I go through challenges and I love to share because, you know, we all go through it. Caught one the other day on Spanish. Unfortunately, I don't speak Spanish. I do all of them in both languages. I love to honor my Latino um, folks out there. So I definitely continue to do them in both languages. And after this, I'll jump onto the Spanish. I gave you a bunch of hearts anyways. Oh, thank you, thank you. I love the hearts. I love when you all, I think it's a process closure. It is a process, right? And it begins and ends at different moments in time. You know, it really is. And, you know, it's something that we have to become familiar and comfortable with the uncomfortable, right? There's so much discomfort at times in feeling into our emotions, in going through a process of closure, and a lot of fear gets in the way. But if we can really honor that discomfort that we might momentarily experience and have courage, like Taisha's saying, face that pain, face the fears, face the disappointment, the sadness, the anger, and forgive. Yes. Thank you, Mark, for lifting that up. You know, forgiveness, right? You know, that's part of closure. And I wanna hone in on what forgiveness means, right? You don't forgive someone else for their benefit. You forgive someone for your benefit, right? But you also have to forgive yourself, right? Because you can begin to you know, knock yourself down and doubt yourself. And, you know, it's not about that. It's like Taisha's saying, it's about acceptance. It's about really accepting yourself, accepting whatever the outcome of the situation was, really honoring that is just part of your journey, right? I believe in everything happens for a reason. And even when I don't know what the reason is, I don't need to know, right? What I need to know is that there's always a purpose. Everything has purpose. There are no coincidences. So really honoring that forgiveness, honoring that acceptance process, going through that closure, learning our lessons, right? What do you need to learn from this? I made all the mistakes of the past to get me to where I am right now. Yeah. You know, and I wouldn't even say they're mistakes. They were growing moments, right? Moments of growth, right? And when we think of even, you know, mistakes or anything along those lines, it's so often we say we failed, right? And instead of thinking we failed, what if we shifted that point of view to say, I haven't failed, I just missed the mark, right? I missed the mark, and that means I get to try again. And I think that is an attitude that I have towards love and relationships, that I think so many people are even scared to go there, scared to push their selves into that space of saying, you know, I loved fully, I gave it my all, and I get to try again. Right? That's when all the guards come up, like, oh no, I got hurt, I got played, whatever the conversation, the talk is that comes up for us, it just blocks us, right? It blocks us from living fully open-hearted. And I challenge us all to really, you know, go out there and experience that process, right? That growth that we need to experience after a relationship ends or a job ends or anything that needs closure happens. And to be bold and say, I get to go out there and try it again. I get to go out there and reinvent it for myself. Closing up takes us nowhere. Yes. You are so correct, Mark. Thank you for sharing that. it's only going to bring you more of the same, right? If you close up, you're going to keep getting more of the same. But if you're open, if you're expansive, there's so much more possibilities. We must choose to try, right? We choose to try. We choose to give it our all again. We choose each and every moment in each and every relationship, whether it's romantic or not, to give it our all. And I challenge us all to look at that. Are we giving it our all? Are you going out there every single day with every single relationship, every single moment of your life, and giving it your all? That's being on purpose, right? That's being expansive and open, right? Knowing that every moment counts and everything happens for a reason. So the action for tonight is go out there, sit with yourself, and really begin to hone in on what in your life is holding you back. Where are, areas that might need closure? Things that you might need to feel into. Because that's where the growth is. And with growth comes so much more possibilities. So much more of an experience of richness. And that's what I'm about. I'm about creating that. I'm about supporting people to create that for themselves. So I hope that you all have gained something from this scope today. Thank you for sharing with me. Thank you for allowing me to share with you every single night. I love, love, love you all so dearly. And until tomorrow night, have a very passionate evening. Bye.